choose to be a public defender because I believe in representing those who otherwise would not have a voice. Many times, people feel like there's a barrier to justice by virtue of having money or not having enough resources to afford specific attorneys, and doing this work helps me feel like I'm providing quality, sound advocacy to those who otherwise felt like they may have lost some faith in the system, who didn't have anyone to turn to or didn't have a voice, whether for financial reasons or for access reasons, or generally a mistrust of the system. I think that we do a great deal by having diverse public defenders of all kinds sit here with our clients and advocate and help them as best we can.
I came to do what I do in a very circuitous way. Law is not my first career, and I never thought I'd see myself in a courtroom. I went to law school later in life and decided to be I always thought I'd be in the policy part of the law. Always had an interest in kids and always had worked with policy issues involving kids, but I was in the juvenile clinic in law school and came to find that I loved being in the courtroom and working one-on-one with the kids. The policy piece is great, but working with the kids one-on-one is just, it's my calling.
You get to help people in such a way that I don't think people realize. There's a lot of bad press out there about being a public defender, for some reason not being real lawyers or whatever, and it's quite the opposite. Someone once told me that being a public defender is practicing one of the purest forms of law that you can. And there are studies out there now showing that actually the happiest lawyers are not the uptown lawyers making a lot of money. They are the nonprofit lawyers, and the happiest nonprofit lawyers are public defenders. I'm not surprised by my own experience of being there, and you work with some of the best people you could ever work with, so that's one of the reasons why I've stayed.
I do what I do because I believe that I have a responsibility to serve our community and to help people. I was raised in a house where those were just norms and expectations. I come from two parents who did that, and my sister does that. It's just kind of what we do. And I really like it, and it's really fun most of the time.
I dropped out of high school, became a single mother, and wanted to find a career job that would take care of my family when when me and the kid's father relationship didn't work out. Going through school, everyone always kind of told me, like, you can do more than what I was aspiring to do. In that course, finally, that with my religious background and just, God, where do you want me, put me on the path that brought me here today. I actually, when I was in law school, I thought I would help people of various backgrounds. I wanted to do immigration family law or maybe a little crimmigration law, but never thought I'd wanted to be a public defender. And I tell him all the time, one of my good friends in the office, Brendan Aberley, asked me to come in, see the office. He asked me to intern and make the decision after I interned. And I feel like he knew what he was doing, because once I was there, I never wanted to leave. So I've told Fred I'm probably a lifer, and I hope they want to keep me around forever, because just I'm giving back what was poured into me. So I like it here. I tell a lot of my clients, I'm like, I'm gonna big sister you for a moment because this is what you need to hear. And it's not always, necessarily something that they want to hear, but at the end of the day, they also know I'm gonna fight for them tooth and nail in the courtroom. So I feel like my unique background puts me in a place where I can be real with people, but also it's a dichotomy that I'm still working out, because sometimes I feel like I may have to step back for myself and be real, say, don't put myself onto them, because all of them don't have the same resources or have had the same experience or have the same ability that I did to bring myself out of that situation.
I chose to work at a public defender's office because of the trust that's given to us as attorneys and the trust given to the legal system by society and by our communities. We don't have any power outside of the trust that we all have that attorneys are allowed to change lives and that we are allowed to rewrite people's paths through the legal system, through our words and through our motions and through our actions. And right now in our society, if you have money, that's a really easy thing. You know, getting access to court and getting an adequate defense is a really easy thing. It's just a matter of writing a check. But for a lot of society that's marginalized, and a lot of society marginalized by the court system, you know, they are entitled to somebody who will look out for them and somebody who will repay that trust to them the same way it's given to us, regardless of the fact that they don't have the money, they don't have the means like other people to pay for that. And so that's why I chose to be a public defender.
Because it's the right thing to do, because people need a voice, because they pull at my heartstrings, and because it's really easy to see how people in my life could be there. You lose a job, or you have some health situation that causes you to be unable to work, or, you know, I have professional friends, lawyers even, who have had racial issues, been racially profiled. It's really easy to see how the next person could be me or anybody that I know.